We have a question from Travis. Travis, oh, this is going to be popular. It's about biceps. My wife has been getting on my case for not getting them bigger as I incorporate all the basic strength moves into my routine, like dips, chin-ups, Yates rows, overhead presses, and many more. I don't want to think I have linguini arm genetics. I just love that. And there may be something I'm doing wrong. Has there been any regimen that you recommend in getting bigger biceps? I will be slowly getting back to my old full body routine of 4 days a week of the standard barbell dumbbell moves once my hand recovers from a minor injury. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Well, all right. Pushing too many pencils. Okay. Yeah, I'm always amazed when people can't figure out how to get their arms better because, you know, I was at track meets for a long time, and these guys would show up in the throws, shot and discus, with these pythons. And, you know, of course, sometimes you'd say, what are you doing, man? Nothing. This is just... So the best way to get big arms is Tom Platz's advice again. You know, get those high weight, high rep back squats in, and then, you know, get your bench press up to a high weight and high reps. So first off, you need to have some general overall body training. I was going to say HIIT, something that stimulates the whole body to say, I don't know what's going on out there, but I better get bigger and stronger. Let's ignore that. Let's assume you're going to do that, Travis, after you get back. But I mean, there's nothing new about arm training. I still think that the standard barbell curl is the best bicep exercise there is. Since you're very much locked in place out here. You know, the bicep has 4 basic, you know, jobs. One is to do, you know, the Mr. Universe thing. The other thing is to turn the arm like this. The third is to pin this to the body. And the third is to kind of act like a tendon or a ligament when you brachiate, when you do monkey bars, when you swing on a bar, whatever, you know, swing on a rope or whatever. So when you do a traditional straight barbell curl, the bar forces you into this position here, okay? And then you really don't have a lot of ways to get around it. And now comes what I think is the best way to do barbell curls. I still am a fan of cheat curls. We used to call them power curls. It's when you use a little bit extra, you know, love when you make your curl. So the great discus thrower, Al Order, 4-time gold medalist, did it. A lot of people do. Stefan Fernholm, the late great Swedish discus thrower, we would train, and he would do those, and I would do you know, traditional cleans. When I slid over to power curls, first in the 1 lift a day program, and then later in the transformation program, by adding a little bit of power to it, you can use a lot more weight. But then here's the thing. But then wait, there's more. With the weight here, you just try to, you know, try to fight it descent. So you can put on a lot more weight. You curl the weight up, you fight it going down. Now, I am going to warn you, you can get freakishly sore the first couple of times you do this. And I would even worry about some of you, you know, delightful people hurting yourself because the intensity is going to be through the roof. 5 to 8 power curls is an eye-opening event. For triceps, I still think the military press is the best way to build triceps. I know everyone's fallen in love with skull crushers. My knock on skull crushers and all that deep elbow bend stuff is once you whack the elbow, it stays whacked forever. So you are now doing day 1 of my transformation program. The military press, 3 sets of 8 with a minute rest each, followed by power curl, 3 sets of 8 with 1 minute rest. And only judge the weight by the 3rd set. It can be a remarkable arm builder. I had never really trained my arms. in the first couple of months after I started doing the transformation program, I was starting to have people look at my arms at parties. I was sitting there one time. I'm not a bodybuilder, so it's kind of unique. It's kind of weird ground. I was sitting there, and the same thing that happened when my traps first started to grow, a friend of mine just started touching my armacondas, my pythons, and saying, "What's going on there?" And I looked down, and my polo shirt was swollen out. I was stretching the polo shirt where my cannons, my guns were. And it was kind of cool because most of my life I've been traps, spinal erector, quads, glutes, you know, the big engine stuff to throw things for. And it was kind of nice to look, you know, kind of a little bit better. So that's my advice to you. The power curl and the military press, add them in. I see you got overhead presses in already. Up the reps on the overhead press, up the reps on those power curls, and let me know how that goes. And until then, don't push too many pencils. Sorry, I can't help myself. Okay.